One of the suggestions that I've heard, I wouldn't call it a criticism, one of the suggestions I've heard from some of the participants, some of the coaches, they would like to see the tournament now move to another island. It doesn't have to be New Providence, however, they believe that New Providence will bring a lot more of the financing to the actual tournament, you know, being the capital, having the most population, that it would bring some money in at the gates. What do you see with regards to the tournament being shifted maybe to New Providence 1 year, then to another family island, and then back to Grand Bahama? You know, Abaco is a place that can house the tournament as well. Maybe even Bimini, even though they're smaller populations. What do you see as is that a possibility?
Well, anything is a possibility once you're willing to spend the funds. I can tell you that on the island of Grand Bahama, and people always ask that question, and it's an interesting question, but it's a very simple answer. On the island of Grand Bahama, I was able to get a room for $112 that fits 4 young people. On the island of New Providence, the same $114 is what I would have to pay per person. So we can figure out what the math is there. What am I saying? The economy of Grand Bahama is so depressed that as a country, logistically, in my humble estimation, this is the perfect spot for it because of the ease of movement throughout the island. The infrastructure is excellent to getting the athletes back and forth. But I'll tell Bahamians on the whole, the most important thing is accommodations. Airfare, you know, is going to be the same, but the accommodation is so much lower in Grand Bahama that it's an easy fit. It's easy for cabinet to look at it and say, listen, rather than us spending $500,000, let's spend $250,000.
Is that a standard, or what input did the local organization committee have with regards to some of the logistics behind the accommodations?
Well, the local organizing committee assisted with trying to organize and see which hotels and different prices that we could get. And bar none, Freeport Grand Bahama always wins. There will be, in my humble estimation, no other island that would even come close to $114 for 4 persons in a room. It's just not gonna, you know, logistically, and all of those things we've checked out. Bimini would make it extremely expensive because you're gonna have to do special charters in, and then one of the things, the challenges that you're gonna have there is the smaller hotels. Whereas in Grand Bahama, we can put the 300 people in one hotel and that's it. Plus the price is extremely affordable. That's what we look at. 2 gyms, 2 air-conditioned gyms to facilitate the Family Island and Girls tournament. And so it's just a perfect fit. And we don't mean anything personal by it, but it's logistically it fits so well. I believe that the tournament will be in another locale, another city in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I don't have any doubt about that. It's just that if that and when that happens, the budget will almost double.
I have an idea. What do you think about our national champions traveling to represent the Bahamas in a competition and that team being supported by the government, the federations? What do you think about something like that?
Well, you must have read my mind, because what has happened now is that there is an organization, a global organization called the School Sport Federation. I would have just received a letter from that federation asking our Minister of Education to become a part of the School Sports Federation. The School Sports Federation has culminating championships for schools in a particular country. So what we would do is organize an all-star basketball team. And that all-star basketball team would represent our country at the high school level in Serbia, in Australia, in Germany. What is so interesting about the school sport organization or federation is the travel is out of this world. We're talking about some very, very interesting countries globally all over the world. And so, Anton, you hit the nail on the head.
Well,
That's where we're going.
Well, you know, I'm a part of the national program, so we travel every year, and I've actually been a part of many different levels. So, and sometimes I travel more than once, more than twice a year, especially, of course, you know, the Bahamas as a part of the World Cup now. The juniors also being potentially trying to get there. So at the same time, it like can be a precursor to the national team, the national team selections. One of the main reasons why I also come to, other than being a part of the production and media team, is also to scout and look at the talent, at the best of the talent at a particular age group.
Anton, I'm sitting here doing this interview with you, and I have to tell the Bahamian public, we have a 39-41 score again. And as a reporter, I know you're noticing that. Why are we having these close games? That does my heart good, man. It means that we're doing something right.
It means that you pick the best talent.
Yes.
You properly balance them out.
Yes.
And that we're going to get some good competition.
Yeah,
and like you said, the word that you keep talking about, entertainment.
Yeah, it is. We believe that, you know, and I don't mean to be rude to any team. We know that these teams are not perfect. But what is happening is the entertainment is causing them to rise to another level. You sit on doing your free throws practice, and you see Kobe on the. It inspires you to. But again, 39-41. We've had this all morning. 1 point. A team that is right behind the other team come back, beat the team. This is a wonderful thing to see, and I just hope that you guys continue to do in your reporting and express what is happening in Freeport, Grand Bahama this weekend. It is as a basketball aficionado, I know you know that this is not normal. This is not a normal thing. And you know, to see this amount of close games, I mean, teams that you would not expect.
A blowout is not entertaining.
No, man. Nobody wants to sit there and see somebody win by 20 points. But to see this here, you know, we knew the first night that we had that something was going on when we saw the crowd. First night, right off the bat. And we had 75% attendance. We knew that something was going. We don't know if it was a marketing. We think it is. What we think it is persons have gotten used to the quality of the tournament, and that's it.
What I can tell you, one of the things that happens is this. When we look at the streaming numbers and we see 2, 3, 5, 10, 12,000 hits, 12,000 watches, then you know this facility couldn't handle 12,000 people. Yes. It's another stream of marketing, another stream of possibly revenue.
Well, I look at that, and I always thank you guys, as you know, because if nobody sees it, it didn't happen. You know, I am proud of you guys. I'm proud of what you've done.
What we did this year was we had a collaboration. 10th year seniors. You had Farm TV. You have my company, Concept Media, and we put it together. Collaborated with yourselves and the Federation. Idle Luck Television, and we made it work.
Well, that is the kind of thing that we want to be able to see in the future, because companies like Sportsmax throughout the Caribbean wants to see what we're doing. The Caribbean wants to see what we're doing, and we have to find a way that they can see what we're doing. And I just thank you guys for doing what you're doing, and I hope I know the general public appreciates it, because I get the phone calls. Last night I got a bunch of phone calls watching on ILTV, watching on 10th year seniors globally, worldwide. So I want persons in the public to realize that we've taken it to a total level.
I had a coach from the UK call me. I had a coach from Spain messaging me. We have some players from the senior men's national team that are playing, and they asked about when the games are on, who to watch. And they are hours ahead of us. And they are tuning in when they should be in bed, trying to watch and trying to look at some of our players, some of the Dominic Bridgewaters, some of the players from Tabernacle, some, you know, Joshua Cornish from Sunland, and they also looking at our coaches.
Yes, right.
They're looking at our coaches.
Anton, persons are asking me, and like you said, calling and all that sort of stuff, and asking me what do I feel and how do and I tell them it's beyond my expectations. I could not. And for me, even though my emphasis is on creative entertainment for the event and making it special, what makes it special is, to me, this is going to be now 6 very close, 6, 7 very close games. I can't. I mean, how do you buy that?
Right.
How do you buy that in a tournament?
Well, Evon, I'd like to say congratulations
Thank you,
again
man.
on another
Thank you.
very
This-
well put on event. And hopefully that you'll be around, at least if you're not intimately involved, like you said, be able to pass it on, because
Right.
they say too, your legacy isn't a legacy if you haven't created someone
Who else who can take it
can
over?
take it
Well,
over.
let's put it this way. I can say emphatically that at the end of the day, we have created something that can be sustained, and without a shadow of a doubt, I think we have created the #1 basketball tournament.
Before we go, anybody you'd like to
Thank-
mention specifically? I know you already give a bunch of thanks to some of the sponsors. How about some of the individuals? Give me some name drops, man. Talk about some people. Give me some names.
Ajana Roll,
Ajana Roll, my
an
schoolmate.
accounting department of the Ministry of Education. She's our flying accountant. Mrs. Darling in the Bahamas, who's our financial controller. Our minister, of course, Director Taylor, who crosses every I, dots every T, and took his time, went through our financials and signed off on it, and I believe it's because he trusts us.
Some local names.
In local, Wayne Smith, Ozzie Simons, Norris Bain, Anita Doherty, who arranged the whole opening ceremony.
The opening ceremony was a wonderful event.
Yeah,
again,
I have been fortunate. I have been very fortunate. Latondra Brown, my secretaries. I have 2 secretaries.
I know. I met Miss Edgecombe today.
And Naomi Sumner. I don't know what to say, except and then people laugh about sports, but I have 2 secretaries. It's that much, and I really need 2 more. It's that much work. Sports is ongoing. I have work packed up on my desk. There are persons that want to get different activities into the school, and it is so high. It's so high, I don't even know what to do anymore. It's that type of situation. What can you do?
Well, Evon, I heard you mention something about leaders, and you said leaders don't get angry, or you said leaders don't complain. You said something to that effect, but hey, good job.
Thank you
Like I
very
say,
much, man. I
congratulations
appreciate it.
on everything you're doing.
Thank you, eh?
Okay.
All right.
Good stuff.